This is the Nerf Centurion. All hepped up for battle. Now, it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it could be a lot cooler. Well, that's what this video is about.
So, with the project, as you can see, I'm going to be pimping the hell out of it. Now, I've thought a lot about what I want to do to all the parts of it, and I'll outline it from one end to the other. And most of this is going to be covered in video updates from here on out. So, the first most major modification is going to be the barrel extension. As you can see, it's probably going to be made out of PVC pipe. The intention of this is to mimic that really long barrel and compensator you see on anti-tank sniper rifles that makes them look badass as hell. See attached picture. Now, while this may seem sort of dumb, it will look extremely dumb because it's going to make the gun as a whole taller than me. As you might have guessed, most of these modifications are not for any practical use, it's mostly just for visual appeal. Gotta keep the bright tip. Now, over here, I've thought about getting specific tactical rails that can be attached to the barrel. So I put thought into that. I've realized the Lightning Storm shield that comes with one of the Super Soakers could attach there and look very good, especially in that sort of Gurren Lagann glass orange. Bipod-wise, the stock Centurion bipod is probably alright. The ammo counter is a sort of, as you can see, it's got the question mark. I know where I'd put it if I were to acquire one, but rigging up the guts seems like sort of a hassle. GoPro mount, probably going to be a thing. Alright, this is interesting, the magazine. Now, the magazine in the magazine in the Centurion, already pretty big, but it's got to be bigger. Well, where the hell do you get a bigger clip for mega darts? Funny you should ask. The Busby Tyrant shoots mega-sized darts, but comes with a clip that can hold 12 of the yonkers. Now, that's pretty damn big. It's in fact double the size of the 6 magazine. That's actually so long that it's going to interfere with the bipod, but who cares, it'll look really cool. The best part is that this additionally comes with suction-tipped mega darts, so I can stick these to windows. Now, traveling along, extra dart rack, yada yada. When it comes to the scope, the modulus scope I've already got is probably my best option. However, I remember hearing a thing that later this year, Nerf is going to be bringing out the first scope they've ever brought out that can actually zoom, so I might look into that. Or potentially I could just pick up a cheap airsoft scope, but I don't really know where to find those. There's this neat rubber glue stuff that exists. I found a thing recommending using it for a grip on a Nerf gun. I already kind of sort of did that part. As you can see, it's a bit harder than I expected because this stuff is meant to be glue, but it's nice. It conforms to the fingers. As you can see, additional trailing things, whatever. And finally, one thing that was suggested by a friend is sort of building a holster on the end of the butt of the gun, and then, you know, you have the holster. You can stick a sidearm in there because with the added length of this thing and how bulky and ridiculously anime it's going to be, this thing is totally useless for any sort of close combat scenario. So it's important that you have some sort of backup option. And the one-shot mega pistol is probably good for that. You just have to build a little holster for it. I've been thinking about modifying the Mega because apparently it has sort of low accuracy, range, whatever. Things for that include removing the air restrictor, which I haven't done yet. And I found one thing that suggested putting electrical tape over a couple of holes inside it that make it shoot way harder. So I'm definitely going to look into that, and if I do that, I'll record it. Paint was an interesting question. And I figured, yeah, I do want to paint this. But what color? That was a big point of contention with myself. I finally decided the red parts are going to be painted sort of black, white, gray Arctic camo, and all of the orange parts are going to be painted a bright pink purple. Mostly for that sort of Borderlands look, and second because this is not a real gun, and I don't really want it to look like a real gun in any way. So, yeah, that's the Nerf project. And I'll provide updates as it goes along and make videos for each part. Should have made one for the grip, but oh well.